Hello, welcome to another episode of Battle Topics. I'm your host, Clayton, along with my co-host.
Laughing Stock. And for this episode, we're talking about a bit of an outlier in battle rap and a subculture full of liars who don't mean what they say. This is a guy who stepped aside and meant it. And he doesn't throw around the retirement word because, well, he's a battle rapper. We're going to be talking to Okwerdz. Okwerdz, how are you?
Hey, what's good, guys? How's it going? I finally made it, man. Y'all let me on ruin your day. It's over now.
And you guys act like grind time is so underneath you. Been in 6 battles his whole life. Now he thinks he's Julius fucking Caesar. You want to battle? You got to give Loaded Lux a visa and put 100 G's up. What a bunch of divas.
There's a lot of people that we could throw the whole retirement episode on, but I feel like you're a really good person to talk about this topic along with stepping aside from battle rap, because you didn't jump automatically from being super active to I'm just going to go dark and I'm going to do my own thing. You didn't rule out the fact that you were never going to battle again, but you took a step back and allowed yourself time to breathe and reassess where you were. There's been obviously many examples of people claiming that they're going to do that or straight up retire and then coming right back. But you seem to be one of the ones that actually stuck to the original plan that you voiced. When was your last battle? Was with 360, right?
Yeah, against 360 in Australia. Man, maybe like 5 years ago at this point. So,
Long time ago.
Yeah, so 5 years
battle
ago.
rap years, that's like
yeah, exactly.
years.
Battle rap moves like super fast. So 5 years
Yeah.
is like eternity. So can you explain a little bit on why you decided not to just immediately rule out the fact that you may come back or may not come back, and you kind of left that door open a little bit?
I mean, you know, what you were just saying about how everybody always says it and they come right back. You know, I truly believe that, you know, well, not with everybody. Some people want attention, but I truly believe that it comes from an honest place, as corny as it is, you know, but sometimes you just feel like, man, fuck, I don't want to battle anymore. You know what I mean? It's a pain in the ass sometimes, you know what I mean? So I really feel like some people honestly mean it, but then you see another battle and you get fucking pumped up and you're like, fuck, let's do it. You know what I mean? But for me personally, you know, there was a lot of factors that led to it. I would say, you know, right out the gate, there was a lot of battles that I wanted to do and they fell through. There was a point like right before I said, you know what, I'm not going to do this anymore, where, you know, I had like 5 or 6 like really good battles like about to be locked in, and for whatever reason, all of them fell through and didn't end up happening. And I was like, well, fuck, I don't even know like who I would battle now. Like, and at that point, you know, years later, now all these people want to fucking battle me again, but they all suck now. So I'm like, fuck you, it's over, you know, but so things just change over time, you know, and you know, this isn't my fucking first time saying that I retired either. Like, I'm a fucking liar just as much as everybody else.
Oh,
but
no, you are not nearly as much of a liar.
I'm not
as
nearly.
Pete
I
Magic.
try to make it a little convincing. I at least, you know, I think before I battled Jay's Juice, I had quit for about 4 years or something like that during like the freestyle days and whatnot. So I'm kind of a liar too, but I try to, you know, I'm not going to fucking say I'm stopped battling and just jump right in, you know. For me, it's like I just have so many interests in life and so many things that I'm into doing, where it's like, if a battle, like all these battle rappers don't want to battle me, it's like I can't make my whole entire career and life rely on what dumbass battle rapper is going to accept a battle with me. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to fucking battle me, then you're not going to battle me, and I'm going to go fucking do something else.
It's not like you weren't at the top of your game anymore. And you mentioned in your explanation that there are times, I always say that you're not really involved with the battle rap culture until you hate it and want nothing to do with it. And you mentioned that there are times you'll see a battle, you know, a lot of people have said lately, you know, like the Source and Topper is a real throwback
That's
to
a great
the,
example.
to the throwback grind time when it went, quote, when it was fun type deal. What battles have you seen that upon watching it and when it was done, you're like, all right, fuck, maybe
I knew you were gonna say the Topper and Thesaurus one already, because that was the freshest one that was in my fucking head. Like, that was pretty much what my answer was gonna be, was that one really definitely got me pumped up. But, you know, not only that, like, the fans get me pumped up too, you know, because every day of my life, you got to understand, like not even one day has been skipped in 5 years where I don't get the fucking question, where I'm pumping gas somewhere and somebody fucking stops me and asks me, or I'm fucking jogging or some shit down the street and someone pulls over and is like, when are you going to fucking battle? You know what I mean? It's like, I can't escape it. So it's like, sometimes these fools get me pumped up. You know, I'll come to a battle and all the fan love is just so like awesome. You know what I mean? I can't help it. It gets me pumped up, but you know, there's a lot of things that go into booking a battle, especially for me, because I've been, like I said, so spoiled with the greatest opponents. You know what I mean? I'm like a dude who's been like fucking the same bitch for like 90 years. You know what I mean? At this point, you got to like donkey punch me and like suck my fucking pinky toe to get me excited. You know what I mean? I need weird shit at this point.
Exactly. And we were talking about how long 5 years is in battle rap. There is probably a whole new legion of fans who don't know who you are, but weren't watching the battles when you were active. So do you feel like there's any pressure since you've been gone so long? Like when Mook came back and battled Solomon, a lot of people were like, oh, this is the GOAT, you know, whatever. Do you feel like the longer you're gone, the more of the legend of Okwerdz you're going to have to live up to the hype?
I mean, yeah, no, but you know, I mean, yes, in one way, but in no, like, it's pretty much battle rap is a pressure cooker no matter what. No matter if I was in a fucking tryout league or if I was battling fucking Loaded Lux, like it's all fucking pressure. You know what I mean? Once you have one great performance, you pretty much fuck yourself because it's like you got to live up to that every single time or you fell off and you're terrible. You know what I mean? So it's hard no matter what. Any way you call it, it's fucking hard. And as far as like not wanting to battle, like you could ask Lush, like there has not been a single battle that I've done, even when I win by a large margin, in my opinion, like there's not a time where I don't call Lush like in the middle of preparation and be like, look, man, don't ever fucking ask me to do this again. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because that's like,
I mean, then I go back and he calls me and I do another one.
Yeah, so there is a point when you're preparing for a battle where you're going over your bars and it feels like homework. You doubt yourself and it's monotonous and shitty and you hate it. Where you're like, why do I do this to myself? And I
first,
you
like someone like DNA who battles every 5 seconds. Like, I don't wish that lifestyle on anybody, bro. Like, how do you live with yourself and have like a normal life while doing that? Like, I think that was my biggest thing. I just hate the preparation. I really fucking hate it. Like, most of the parts of battling is not really fun to me, except for when I have it all memorized, it's done, it's ready to go, I'm in the circle, and they say, hey, round 1, go. That's when it becomes very fun. Everything else leading up to that, everything else after that, it kind of sucks sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. No, fans don't know what labor it is on your brain and on your free time to...
Stressing me out just thinking about it.
Yeah, and so no one who's ever stepped on stage will blame you for a second for wanting to not do it for an extended period of time. They get it.
Just to step on stage and do 3 rounds that absolutely suck is a fucking pain in the ass. So to do it on an elite level is like a whole other thing. You know what I mean? When I was battling T-Rex, I remember I was in the hotel, like, you know, kind of going over my bars, like, before the battle, and, like, I took a nap, and I just remember looking in the mirror, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? This is so weird. This is a 2-day event, all based around me battling this guy. Like, this is fucking weird. You know what I mean? It's gone from, like, battling in the park or whatever to this fucking crazy thing.
Absolutely. And before you stopped, I'd say, you know, your 2 biggest battles was one was Roan, which I think you would agree was not your best performance.
You think that was one of the biggest ones?
Biggest? Yeah.
I think it's at least one of the more notable ones because
it is because
I would think like the Hollow and Arsenal T-Rex like trio would be the biggest ones.
Those would be your biggest. I feel like just as somebody who frequented, you know, rapmusic.com at that time, you and Roan was a big deal. Because there's a lot of hype going into it that, you know, a lot of fans are lost to because it's just not available to them anymore. And then also it was the first pay-per-view.
Yeah. I mean, it got a lot of attention when I fucked up. I think that was. I think if I just did all 3 of my rounds, like if I had beat Roan or if it was like close or something, I think it'd be sitting on YouTube somewhere like 150,000 views and no one would give a fuck. Like the fact that I fucking went to New York and royally fucked up, I think is what created like the big fucking deal about it.
Your performance in it, I think, kind of created the aura of whoa, look at Roan beat Okwerdz. Can you believe it? It's crazy, right? And then afterwards, which doesn't get as much attention because it wasn't as shocking as the Roan battle, as you and 360 is you did really well. And, you know, it was a great battle for you.
Hey, thanks.
So your last two battles, one being, I think you'd agree, was a bit subpar for yourself. And then another one knocking it out of the park. And then you leave. It's like, okay, which Okwerdz am I missing right now? You know, the one defeated from a Roan loss or the one who killed 360?
A lot of people don't really mainly the American fans, you know, they don't really hold the 360 battle in high regard, even though I felt I did really good. But it was because, you know, I really tailor-made all of those things I said specifically for the Australian scene. You know what I mean? Like in Australia, that battle was like a fucking atom bomb dropped on the whole continent. You know what I mean? The American fans are like, yeah, it's cool. Like, you did a good job. We can tell the crowd's reacting, but like, it's not really like heavy, like understandable shit for them if they're not familiar. You know what I mean? And I did that on purpose, but, you know, because I had to do what I had to do. He was fucking quadruple platinum, and I battled him literally in his home city.
Yeah.
One thing that I think is kind of funny about retirement in battle rap that kind of transcends other mediums is that someone will openly come out and say that they're retiring, this is their last battle, blah, 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 blah. And then immediately the next card, fans will be like, all right, I hope that person's on this card. Like, they don't take it seriously. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because so many people have done it so many times that they're just like, oh, you just want that extra little glimmer on this battle or whatever. And then for people that are serious about retiring, like you or like SoulCon or people like that, it really takes away from the severity of potentially their last battle, or just like the enigma of that this is like the final hoorah, because people be like, yay, this is a awesome battle, whatever, and then like 2 or 3 cards later, it's like, what if we have Soul Converse? What? It's like, do you not understand? He is retired. You know, it doesn't seem like
SoulCon means it too.
You don't see like a football player retire and then like in the next draft they're like, man, I hope Peyton Manning
the very
comes back.
next season.
It's like, no, that ship sailed. Like, you had.
It's funny. A lot of people use it as a tool, to get more money or whatever. Like, I see people like Averb and shit. We're like, oh, I'm retiring on this specific month. Better give me all the money you can until May. You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think that you not battling anymore is kind of like Brett Favre, because Brett Favre would announce his retirement, so he didn't have to go to spring training and training camp, and then he would reinstate himself right at the start of the regular season, so he didn't have to train. I'm like, that's brilliant. And I know that's how you feel is, you're open to battling again, but you don't want to rehearse or prepare or kill yourself. So
but I mean, obviously, if I get if I take a battle, obviously I will, take it extremely, extremely serious, because, I wouldn't even do it if it wasn't something I was very serious about.
And I think that adds value to your name, where if you do decide to come back, it's, wow, Okwerdz is coming back. This is a big deal. This must mean something to him.
Yeah. It's, it's got to be, an opponent that would, excite me. Someone who I feel is killing it and would make me pumped up to fucking kill.
And having become a bit of an outsider to battle rap in the last 5 years, from an outsider's perspective, what does it look like battle rap has changed to you? Just someone who watches it on YouTube now, who's not at every event, who's not rehearsing. What appears to have changed in battle rap for you since you stepped away?
Things have changed, but it kind of falls into an earlier pattern. I like to describe it as like the WRCs, where that first year where Thesaurus and Ilmac crushed it, and then the next year everybody sounded exactly like them. I feel like we're going through that all over again, and we have a bunch of people just biting like QP and Conceited, basically. It's like that all over. Battle rap, like I'm really heavy on pattern recognition, and I've noticed just all kinds of patterns that keep just circling over the, every small handful of years. They circle back in different ways, and I pick up on it, and it gives you it can give you an advantage with the experience. If you can see what's coming, you already know what's going to stop it and how to beat it.
Do you feel like those little jumping in and jumping out is almost seen as like an exhibition, kind of like how WWE will have Undertaker come in like once a year or something like that? They don't expect them to be there every Monday or every event, but then fans get really fixated on how awesome that one battle was or that one match was, that they can't get over the fact that he is not a active battler, and he's not a regular anymore.
He's gave you that little taste, you know.
Yeah, but it also kind of like for every card that those people don't return on, it raised the bar so high that they're like, you didn't book Dumbfounded? Like, what's the matter? Why are you hating on Dumbfounded? Why are you hating on Fresco? Blah, blah, blah. It's like they're choosing to steer away on their own.
Yeah. I mean, they've also, you know, they've got very busy lives. I'm not too familiar with what Fresco's got going, but Dumbfounded is, Dumbfounded is Dumbfounded. You know what I mean? We know what the fuck he's doing. People just got lives, you know what I mean? What would you rather do? Go act in a TV show or sit in a fucking cave and write a battle for an hour for, you know, a month or whatever? You know what I mean? It's pretty much a no-brainer.
Obviously, I know for a fact, I don't know this for a fact, but I have a strange feeling that there are battles like Conceited versus Solcon that people have wanted forever that have been offered to battlers like those two, and it didn't happen because one of the participants just didn't want to battle. He wasn't feeling it. And so for someone like you who hasn't done it in a long time, without having to name names or give a price tag, what's the main incentive that would make you hop back in the ring? Would it be a good storyline? Would it be money? You can say money if you want. That's totally fine.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a culmination of all those things, but I think the most important thing is the match. I'm always very strategic about who I battle, except for a couple times when I was stupid. But for the most part, very strategic. You know what I mean? Like we were saying, like people that everybody is working up to try and battle Hollow right now. Everybody wants to battle Arsenal and fucking T-Rex. You know what I mean? I did that like a million years ago because I was smart and already knew to pick them. And that's kind of how I am about the whole process. So it's really at this point, like who could be of that caliber that I could battle who isn't like a friend of mine, or, you know what I mean? There's a lot of different factors that determine it, but really the most important thing I think would be just a really good matchup that would excite me. Someone who I think is really dope. Obviously I want fucking money and all that other shit too, but like that is the key right there, is a good matchup. That's what's going to reel me in over anything. That's what's going to excite the fans when it gets announced.
What a diva.
Well, shit, man. They throwing some serious money around these days, I've been seeing in certain certain leagues, you know what I mean? So most of the people that have been hitting me up, you know, the money isn't really the issue. It's more just like, who the fuck are you going to battle?
Yeah.
I think at this point, a lot of leagues are really used to me just saying no. So I feel like it keeps them from, you know, trying, you know, in the last couple of years or something. But I still get quite a bit, but even from smaller leagues as well. But like, you know, when I first stopped, it was just like all the fucking time leagues, you know what I mean? But I still get calls for a lot of the big events, and I've been having some really good conversations with some leagues lately. And we almost came to a couple agreements, and then just out of the clear blue sky, like some crazy like shit came into my life where I have to fucking focus on that for the next few months. So I kind of had to set it aside. I got pretty close to hired to writing for a television show, and I got to wait to see what the scheduling is, all that. I don't really want to divulge too much info, but you know, I haven't signed any contracts or anything, but it's pretty much a go. But I just have to wait to see what my schedule and all that type of stuff will be. So I pretty much pushed those conversations back a little bit because I got to focus on this. But, you know, who knows? Anything could happen.
But at the end of the day, it sounds like you're a little more keen to the idea than you were in prior years. So what do you think caused that? Do you think just watching battles and like the scene kind of evolve kind of rekindled the fire, or are you just getting antsy? Or,
you know, a lot of the time it's really when I get pissed off because I think things suck, and I don't think I don't like the direction that some things are going. Like sometimes I'm motivated off being pissed, you know what I mean, off how things are going. I don't see anybody really doing the thing that I would do, you know what I mean? And I'm like, well, fuck, if no one else is going to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of the old ball players mentality where you retire from the NBA, you're walking, you know, you pass a black top and some kids have a terrible free throw. You're just like, give me that ball, I'll show you how to do it, you know?
Yeah, that really motivates me a lot. Like when I did the Jay's Juice battle, that was my comeback from 4 years. I was highly motivated because I was just pissed.
And that's a good motivator, especially in battle rap where everybody's friends now. Everybody is everything's kind of a faux compliment battle. You were one of the first guys to really carve the niche of, I don't like you, and here's why. And that was the presentation you brought to all your battles. So when people saw Okwerdz on the flyer, he's like, all right, Okwerdz is going to talk shit to so-and-so.
Oh, yeah, man. People were really scared that were in attendance of the Jay's Juice battle, man. People were really scared. People tell me all the time that they were fucking very nervous and anxious during the whole situation.
And for the record, did you guys, in fact, jump them?
No, we don't. But we still might.
Yeah, right?
Nah,
5 years ain't too long.
Nah, me and Juice is cool, man. Me and Waps is cool, man. It's all over. We said what we had to say, you know what I mean? I had a lot of respect for them coming out there and not giving a fuck that we were down to beat them up. You know
for sure, yeah. That was one of the first instances of a battler traveling far into another home turf to kind of, face the hometown hero.
Yeah, they didn't even comb their hair, man. They showed up in jersey shorts, you know what I mean? They didn't give a fuck. So, I gave him props for that.
As somebody who could basically almost, not entirely, but you could pick, what league you want to battle on or who it's against. Is there other elements? Like, would you want to battle in Cali if you came back, or would you rather make it a vacation and battle far away? Is there other factors that'll determine what the medium might be?
Obviously I just want to be on the best platform, but if I had to choose the location, I would like to specifically either battle in Oakland, because that I feel is my favorite crowd in battle rap of all time, period. Or other one would be New York, just because I feel like I really fucking owe them something. Those would be the two main ones that I would want to do over anything. Would be those two. But I will say this: if I do one battle, if I come back and do one battle, then I'm definitely going to do two, because I want to go to Flip Top right after. I don't want to do Flip Top as my comeback, but if I do a battle, I will go to the Philippines after. If I got to buy my own fucking ticket.
Totally off topic.
Okay, so we're going to move into off topics. This is where we ask some random questions that didn't necessarily pertain to the topic we were discussing today. We kind of compiled them based on like the years of knowing like your history and even some stuff that you may not even know that we know.
Doug Dirt.
Cool. This should be interesting.
All right. Okwerdz.
Yes.
If you and No Can Do had a 2-on-2 judged freestyle battle against DNA and Sharon, but the judges were Real Deal's 5th grade classroom, who do you think those judges would vote for?
Probably not me and No Can Do. Not at all.
So,
that would not work out in our favor whatsoever.
So you think, you're a very good freestyler.
But you bring it up to like the 12th graders and we might have a chance.
Yeah, you won't go over their heads.
Developed brains. And this is more a shot at DNA than it is Sharon. But I feel like just they would appeal much better to that crowd.
All right, next question. Pretty simple. Name the top 3 things you miss about being fat.
Nothing, and nothing.
Oh, that's a lie. You get cold now. You get colder so much quicker now.
No, man. Honestly, I do everything in life better now that I'm not 100 pounds heavier. So.
Has your relationship with Poison Pen gotten worse at all since you lost all the weight?
Yeah, he's a little mad at me.
You quit the club, man. All right, so if Jump Off brought back the WRCs and you got to compose one team, regardless of if they knew each other, simply for your own personal amusement, what 2 battlers would you pick for a team?
Oh my God, that's so random. Now this is out of all the shit that you've asked me today, this is the hardest question.
Just like 2 dudes you'd be like, you know what, I'd love to see these 2 on a team for whatever reason. Terrible because they'd be great.
I don't know. I'd like to see Pass in a 2-on-2 with somebody. Yeah, that would be cool. But I don't know who the fuck his partner would be. We actually
passed it with Caustic in Don't Flop.
Oh
yeah, that's right. You're right about that. But I mean like a real one where they really cared and tried.
A real one.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'd like to see Paz in the 2-on-2. We almost did one in the WRC, but didn't end up materializing.
Wow.
Okay, so Okwerdz, you started battling roughly 15 years ago, but there are only 25 one-on-one battles involving you online, according to versetracker.com.
Oh, yeah, they got a lot of shit.
So on a scale from 1 million to 1 billion, how many battles have you taken that are not available online?
Oh, dude. I mean, I would probably like realistically, I'd like to do the rapper thing and be like 10 million. I used to battle 8 million times a day. Like, all these fools like Mook and Lux. Yeah, when we were in the streets before cameras existed, I battled 700 times a day. Probably realistically hundreds, I would imagine. Something like that.
All right. So the 209 is synonymous with battle rap thanks to you and SONS.
Mm-hmm. Which I am pretty much SONS.
Of course.
At this point.
You have the password to Conceded's YouTube page. So tell us which of these battlers are also from the 209. Only one of these four are. Is it Rum Nitty, Danny Myers, Eric Foreman?
That's Eric Foreman already. I don't even have to hear the rest.
Fuck! You didn't let me say Deuce Leader. Okay, you're right. It's Eric Foreman. I was hoping you didn't know that he was from Modesto.
No, I totally know.
Okay. Isn't that weird? Like, I'm from Fresno. Isn't that crazy that Eric Foreman's from Modesto?
No, it's funny, man. George Lucas is from there, too.
Really?
Yeah, the fucking Star Wars guy is from the 209.
Okay, so where, out of these two, where is the wildest place battle rap has taken you? A, Stockholm, England, or B, Adam Sandler's house?
Definitely Adam Sandler's house. It might be the weirdest place that I've ever fucking...
How did that happen?
Oh, dude, it's a crazy story, man. We were out in Los Angeles. All these things happen to me when I'm in Los Angeles. The weirdest shit. Basically, I have a comedian friend. I don't know if he wants me to divulge his name, so we're gonna just keep it out. But I have a comedian friend who I've known for several years, through the rap battle stuff. I met him when I was in Florida, and he moved to Los Angeles. He's a comedian. He's an actor. He's been in like a gazillion Adam Sandler movies, and we were just out there for I had like a show or something. I forget what it was. And we came like the night before, and we didn't realize that our hotel wasn't activated until the next day. So I called my boy up. And I was like, hey, man, can we come, chill at your crib? Because it was pretty fucking late. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So me and Chase Moore, he was with me. We go to my boy's house, and we're chilling, and we're talking about drinking and all this kind of stuff. And he's like, yo, we don't, I don't have any more liquor. It's too late to go buy it. He's like, he says it all casually, like, fuck it, let's go to Sandler's house. And like, didn't really quite like register. And we're just kind of like, oh, okay, and we get in his car and we go, to where Adam Sandler lives. And, it's like fucking 4 a.m. or some shit, dude. This is, starting to feel a little weird. And this fool has the fucking gate code, the key to the front door, all this shit. And we go inside the house, this big fucking giant place, and like nobody's home. Like any normal house, you fucking go to someone's house, there's family pictures on the wall and all that kind of shit. It was that, but it was fucking Adam Sandler's family. It was fucking weird as fuck, like fishing trips, holding up fish and like shit like that. And we walk through like a million hallways and get to this fucking like theater type room where there's like a little bar. And he opens up the bar and he's like, yeah, just grab whatever you want and just fucking drink it. And we're like, okay. And, there's like this bottle of Jameson with this fucking got Adam Sandler's name like engraved on it, all this shit. And he's just like, open it up, dude. It's cool. You know what I mean? We're like, what?
Wow.
We start pouring a drink and like, it just dawns on me. I just like, okay, I know this fool. Are you like house sitting or something? Like, are we about to be arrested right now? And he tells me, he drops the bomb on me. He's like, all right, look, man. Adam Sandler is married to my sister, and I come here whenever the fuck I want. And that was that. We got the grand tour, and I slam dunked on his basketball hoop and all that kind of shit.
That's amazing.
And we were just trying to play it cool the whole time, like we belong there. You know what I mean? But and we ended up, spending the night at my boy's crib, until, the next morning. And we held it in the whole fucking night until the second we said goodbye and got in the car and shut the door. And me and Chase just looked at each other like, bro, we were just at Adam Sandler's house. What the fuck? But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It was interesting. He was in Atlanta filming a movie, so nobody was home.
See, whoever says battle rap can't take you places, just
dude,
doesn't know the right people
like that. fucking I feel like it's on some crazy shit because like it's one thing to like go to Adam Sandler's house, but I don't think like even like a celebrity could like be there at 5 a.m. when he's not fucking home. Like that's a whole other level of fucking going to Adam Sandler's house, in my opinion.
You got the exclusive celebrity tour treatment without the celebrity's permission.
Yeah, it was crazy. One of these times we're gonna meet him for real, but for now, I'm going to have a weird comment like, I've been in your house, Adam.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's one of the weirdest places battle rap has ever took me for sure.
So I got 2 more questions, one more, and then I wrote one last minute. This one being, would you rather have a feature on the upcoming Eminem album or share a love scene with Rosario Dawson?
Oh, Rosario Dawson all day. What are you kidding me? I'd rather do that than damn near anything.
But...
especially not on no damn Eminem album.
That's what I was hoping that it was, knowing how Eminem raps now, it might incentivize you more to be on Eminem album because you're like,
I mean, I don't care any Eminem album, even the good ones. Like I wouldn't have been on it. I'd pick Rosario Dawson over Eminem album unless he was paying me like $1 million or something. Then I would have to choose that. But
yeah,
other than that, like Rosario Dawson all day.
Yeah, plus he's always.
I met her before too, man. It was one of the greatest moments of my life.
Was she at Adam Sandler's house?
Dude, she came to fucking Stockton, bro.
Oh, how nice!
I come home and I see this thing on the internet that she's in Stockton. I literally dropped my entire life and left and just went. I was like, oh my god, I'm gone. Bye.
All right. So last question. We actually already asked this question to Caustic, but I feel like you would also have a solid answer for it, which is, if you were a boss on Mega Man,
oh yeah,
what type of man would you be? Would you be Stockton Man? Would you be Kangal Man?
Stockton Slap Man sounds good.
Stockton Slap Man.
If you somehow get past me, you just get this giant like slap weapon. You know how Mega Man got the cannon on his arm? It just turns into a big ass like Nate Diaz hand.
Absolutely. Dude, fucking I'm like not the I'm not the biggest UFC guy, but playing touch butt
I fucking hate that shit.
Playing touch butt with the dork in the park is the greatest quotable in the last 10 years.
We trying to get Nate on my podcast, man. He's a cool motherfucker, man. Yeah, I don't watch that shit either, but Nick and Nate Diaz all day, fuck everybody else. I don't care if you're an expert on MMA, UFC. Nate Diaz will beat your ass. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we appreciate you being on, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I love your guys' channel, dude. You guys are doing cool shit, man. I want to do one of y'all fucking the cigar one. You got to let me host a pay-per-view or some shit, man.
Well, we got a solid episode, man. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, for sure, man. Is it cool if I shout out like the social medias and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Where can they find you? Where can they find you?
Yes, please just follow me on everything, man. Like, everything is /Okwerdz or Okwerdz209. That goes for, YouTube, Twitter, fucking Twitch, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on Burner's new battle rap app. We're over there just battling dumb people, freestyling with my cat and shit, doing dumb stuff. You can find me over there. Gonna have some new announcements for the podcast and the TV show and all that kind of stuff pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that. We got a dope ass podcast coming soon. A freestyle ball with Hollow the Don. Got a song with D12, song with E40, song with Sean Price. Like all kinds of just crazy stuff coming out, man. So be on the lookout.
And last but not least, how fast can you beat Resident Evil 2?
Shit, at this point, I could do it under 2.5 hours, my friend.
Impressive.
That's cool. The best motherfuckers could do it in an hour. It's all right. It's all right.
Some light.
Funny enough, I actually got like a top, like the top 70 of the world of Mega Man 2 randomly.
Oh, wow.
Just fucking around. If I really tried, I could probably beat a lot of those fools.
If you try. If I tried, I'd be way better.
Yeah.
Just did it for a check.
Just some shit on the spare time, All
right,
well, gentlemen.
It's been awesome. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Hey, for sure. Peace.
All right, see ya.